All right, calling case C 343-540, State of Nevada versus Yuxia Zhang. Appearances for the record, please.
Dena Rinetti for the state.
Shetler 4747 for Zhang as of right now.
Okay,
Shane Cox, bar number 13852, confirming as a counsel for Justin W. Wilson 14646 for Ms. Zhang.
okay. What are we doing today, counsel? Because she's not here, obviously, so.
Your Honor, the state would be asking for a bench warrant. However, I do believe potentially we have a resolution in this matter.
Okay,
Mr. Sanft is here as standby counsel for Mr. Sachs. I believe Mr. Sachs is on video.
okay. Mr. Sachs, are you there?
Yes.
All right,
I was hoping we could call his case.
okay. Let's do his first then. C 343-540-2, State of Nevada versus Kimball Austin Sachs. And appearances on this one for me, please.
Dena Rinetti for the state.
Michael Sanft as standby counsel for Mr. Sachs, who's present via Zoom.
And Mr. Sachs is present via Zoom. So what do we got going on?
Your Honor, I believe today, and communicating with Mr. Sachs through through Mr. Sanft, that today Mr. Sachs will be withdrawing his motion to disqualify you.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr. Sachs?
That's my understanding, as long as what I discussed with Mr. Sanft and also Mr. Wilson, that it is moving towards, I guess, what you call a settlement or resolution. That's my understanding.
Okay.
And Your Honor, just for clarification, I had a protracted conversation with Mr. Sachs last night.
Okay.
At this particular point, he and I went over the guilty plea agreement for an offer that was proffered by the state earlier, which was for my client or for Mr. Sachs to plead guilty to one count of a gross misdemeanor, child abuse or neglect.
Okay.
With credit for time served. In addition, that Ms. Yang's case would be dismissed as a part of the negotiation in this matter.
Okay.
That this matter would be subject to a gross misdemeanor worksheet that I believe that the state has prepared today.
Okay.
That this case would be sentenced today with credit for time served.
Do we have a GPA?
I have forwarded one to Mr. Sachs for his review through Mr. Sanft. I made some corrections this morning. I believe that was sent this morning, and Mr. Sachs, I just was waiting to see if he had signed it.
And Your Honor, I did review the guilty plea agreement last night with Mr. Sachs. There were
Okay.
two Scrivener issues with it. First of all, that it was addressed to Department 30, which would make sense because it would be in front of Judge Weiss.
Correct.
That was corrected by the state, as
Okay.
well as reference to the NRS, specifically to the statute regarding it being a gross misdemeanor instead of a felony. Which would be in this case, and I talked with Mr. Sachs, it's actually 0.2, Austin, and not 0.1 would be the correction on it for it to be a gross misdemeanor. I did receive that email this morning, but I was sitting in court, so I forwarded it to Mr. Sachs this morning, so he should have it in his email right now. In addition to that, he should have a. But
I just need to say this real quick. Forgive me for interrupting, but I didn't see it yet this morning. I can pause now, but I would ask maybe if we could trail this, that I could go ahead and review to make sure that the requested changes were made, and then go ahead and sign it and scan it back. So I'm going to need, say, just a little bit of time, not a lot, but if we might be able to, I'm saying if we might be able to trail it. If we can't trail it, then if we could meet back Friday or whenever the soonest date would be to wrap this up.
Your Honor, if I
We
could
can trail it.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey, Austin, just real quick, just call me when you're going through it. I'll be in the side room to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
You
you.
want me to stick around? You got this?
I think we got this, since Mr. Wilson is coming in, and Mr. Cox is here on behalf of Mr. Wilson. Just give me an oral motion to withdraw. No, now.
No, I'd like to withdraw from the file if that's possible.
Motion granted. Mr. Cox and Mr. Wilson's office are confirmed as counsel for Ms. Singh. All right, thank you very much.
Absolutely amazing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. State of Nevada versus Kimball Austin Sachs, case number C 343-540-2. Mr. Sachs, are you there?
Yes.
All right. At this time, before we go any further, since you are representing yourself and you have filed a motion to disqualify this court, are you withdrawing that motion at this time?
Yes.
All right. And the court was just handed a guilty plea agreement. Have you received a copy of the guilty plea agreement?
Yes.
Would the state like to state the negotiations since he is representing himself? Would the state like to state the negotiations on the record?
Your Honor, today, the defendant would enter a plea of guilty to child abuse, neglect, or endangerment, a gross misdemeanor. The parties would jointly recommend credit for time served. Neither party is requesting probation in this case, so both parties are waiving the danger evaluation. We will ask that the defendant be sentenced today to credit for time served, and that would effectively close the case. Additionally, as part of the negotiation, Ms. Zhang's case would be dismissed. And when it is dismissed, the state will prepare an order of dismissal so that it closes that case out completely, that it was in fact dismissed. And based upon the date of this offense in 2019, so long as Mr. Sachs follows through with his negotiations, the state would be barred from reviving the criminal case because the statute of limitations has expired.
Okay. Mr. Sachs, is that your understanding of the negotiations?
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm going to go through the plea canvas with you. What is your true full name?
Kimball Austin Sachs,
How old are you, sir?
59,
How far did you go in school?
bachelor's degree.
You read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Are you currently taking any medications or have you recently used any drugs or substances, including alcohol, that would make it difficult for you to understand what is happening in court today or to understand the terms of the guilty plea agreement?
No.
Do you suffer from any mental diseases or defects that would render you incapable of understanding the terms of the guilty plea agreement or understanding what is happening in court today?
No.
Do you understand what is happening in court today?
Yes.
Have you received a copy of the guilty plea agreement? Do you understand the charges that are contained, or the charge, I should say, that is contained in the guilty plea agreement, what the negotiations are and what you are pleading to?
Yes, but if I may just get a question of clarification where the prosecutor Rinetti just said that something to the effect that of the negotiations, that my understanding is that if you decide to say grant this, that in other words, there's no probation, in other words, there's nothing, say, like hanging on me, in other words, just general language.
Correct.
Thank you for the clarification.
So I'll ask again, you understand the charges that are contained in the guilty plea agreement, what the negotiations are and what you are pleading to?
Yes.
As to the charge of child abuse, neglect, or endangerment, a gross misdemeanor, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you making this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or threatened you or anyone close to you to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone made you any promises other than what's contained in the guilty plea agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Do you understand that at the time of sentencing, which we are going to go forward with today, that the court has the final say on your sentence?
Yes.
So you understand that even though there is an agreement between you and the state to credit for time served, that the court could impose a sentence of up to 364 days in the Clark County Detention Center?
Yes.
You indicated that you received a copy of the guilty plea agreement.
Yes.
Did you read through the guilty plea agreement?
Yes.
Did you understand everything in the guilty plea agreement?
Yes.
Did you sign the guilty plea agreement?
Yes.
You are acting as your own attorney, so I will ask you what might seem to be a weird question, but as your own attorney, are you satisfied with the advice that you gave to yourself in dealing with this matter?
Yes.
were you able to discuss with yourself and with standby counsel the terms of this agreement?
Yes,
And are you satisfied with the representation of standby counsel?
yes,
You understand that you have certain constitutional rights, Mr. Sachs?
yes,
Those rights include the right to go to trial, to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, to question the state's witnesses, to put on your own witnesses, maybe even testify on your own behalf, but nobody could compel you to do so. You understand that those are your constitutional rights?
yes,
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up those constitutional rights.
yes,
I also want you to understand that you have appellate rights, which means that if you were to go to trial and you were to be found guilty, you would have the right to appeal that decision to a higher court. You understand that those are your appellate rights?
yes,
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up those appellate rights.
yes.
Do you have any questions regarding your rights or this negotiation that you would like to ask either myself or your attorney before I accept your plea?
Just only a point of clarification, as Prosecutor Rinetti did say that she was going to prepare the order for dismissal for my wife. It only just be with respect to the timing of that and how soon she could receive it.
I'll prepare it this afternoon and submit it to your court this afternoon.
It'll be prepared and submitted to the court this afternoon.
Thank you for that clarification. And then the only follow-up to that is my passport and the cash bond for my wife.
That will
That
happen
I-
at the end after I'm done with doing the sentencing. That'll be a part of your sentencing.
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you pleading guilty because in truth and in fact, you did on or between January 20th, 2019 and April 4th of 2019 within the County of Clark, State of Nevada, contrary to the form, force, and effect of statutes in such cases made and provided and against the peace and dignity of the State of Nevada, commit the following crime: child abuse, neglect, or endangerment, a gross misdemeanor, by you willfully and unlawfully being responsible for the safety or welfare of a child under the age of 18 years, to wit, YL, being approximately 8 years of age at the time of the incident, permit or allow YL to suffer unjustifiable physical pain or mental suffering as a result of abuse or neglect, to wit, negligent treatment or maltreatment of a child, and or permit or allow YL to be placed in a situation where YL might have suffered unjustifiable physical pain or mental suffering as a result of abuse or neglect, to wit, negligent treatment or maltreatment of a child, by impeding medical treatment and or manipulating medical equipment used to monitor YL, and or by failing to give YL prescribed medication and or adequate nutrients, and or by failing to provide necessary medical treatment for YL.
Yes.
Court finds that the defendant's plea of guilty is freely and voluntarily made, and that the defendant understands the nature of the offense and the consequences of his plea, and therefore accepts his plea of guilty. Based on the agreement between the parties, we are going to go forward with sentencing today without a danger evaluation that would normally be required in this case. Does the state waive the danger evaluation?
The state does.
Mr. Sachs, do you waive the danger evaluation?
Yes.
And we are also, and the court has been provided with a gross misdemeanor worksheet. The court has read and reviewed that gross misdemeanor worksheet. Do we have credit for time served?
1 day.
One day.
It's contained in the gross misdemeanor.
I thought it was, but I just don't have it in front of me right now. I set it aside because I had already read it. All right, in accordance with the laws, or the court does here, based on your plea of guilty, the court does hereby find you guilty of the crime of child abuse, neglect, or endangerment, a gross misdemeanor. State, any remarks?
No, no.
Mr. Sachs, is there anything that you would like to say on your own behalf before I pronounce sentence?
No.
Mr. Sanft, anything?
And I would just ask the court to follow the negotiations that this matter will submit.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, the court does hereby sentence you to confinement in the Clark County Detention Center with 364 days, with 364 days served. This case, I'm going to waive the fees in this case. And this case is closed.
Yeah, and Your Honor, if we could just ask for the co-defendant in terms of her case as well.
I'm gonna get there. And the bond is exonerated. And the no contact order is lifted. That does not mean I don't know what's going on in Arkansas. So if there's anything that's going on in Arkansas as far as CPS or anything that's happening in that state, I have no control over that. So I'm lifting the no contact order as far as it pertains to this court, but I have no control over what's going on in Arkansas.
Your Honor, and I just on behalf of Mr. Sachs, he does understand that this court has no jurisdiction over Arkansas law.
Correct. Okay. And the passport shall be returned.
They need to submit an order.
They will need to submit, you'll need to submit an order. You can use the order that Mr. Shetler did for Miss Zhang's passport.
Yeah,
Mirror that order, submit that order, and the court will sign off on it.
do I need to send it to REM or file it through Odyssey?
You send it to you can send it to REM, is fine. And then she'll
Thank you.
submit it into
And-
OIC for the court.
Is there any further information that I need to provide on behalf of my wife with respect to the cash bond being returned? I did send an email to Mr. Sanft, which courtesy copied Prosecutor Rinetti and Rem Lord as far as the address to send that check to, because we've moved since.
Okay, that's the bond company. All we do, Mr. Sachs, is exonerate the bond. They're the ones that'll handle that.
The cash bond.
Your Honor,
Does it matter that it's a cash?
Mr. Sachs is talking about, I think that is related to his case and not necessarily to Ms. Zhang at this particular point, is the cash bond has an address. It was posted with Clark County Detention Center. It did not.
Oh, okay.
go to the bond.
Okay,
So all they need is just a verification that there's been a change of address and that new address is where the check will be sent to as a result of that.
okay,
If he's emailed me, I'll follow up with Mr. Sanft. I just don't know you from me. I will send it to Kate Jenks, our bond clerk, to make her aware, and she would handle it from there. It is something that is external to us.
Great.
okay.
Did you hear that, Mr. Sachs?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry I didn't, but I can ask you about it afterward if you want to save time.
Well, I just want to make sure it's on the record. So what's going to happen now is the court will email the bond clerk that's here at the court, indicate to them that there's been a change in the address and where to send the check, since it's a cash bond.
Because that's external
Thank you
to
for
us,
that.
Mr. Sachs, okay?
Thank-
And all
Thank you.
dates on the calendar are vacated. I will get the order of dismissal from the state this afternoon on Ms. Zhang's case, and both cases will be closed.
May I ask one last question, Judge? Is
Hold on,
Where you say the no-
hold on, Mr. Sachs. Yes,
Do all that. Yeah.
so I need to call Ms. Zhang's case though and get that on the record of what we're doing on that.
Yes, Sharon,
case.
but before you do that, if Mr. Sachs can ask this question.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Sachs.
I just, on behalf of my wife, I just want to inquire that with respect to the no contact order being lifted, is that a separate document that is going to be supplied?
No, I believe,
should
Your
be
Honor,
the
this is
case.
a pre-trial condition of
Yes.
release, and now that the case is closed, the court no longer has any jurisdiction, so there are no orders in place.
Right,
And that has been communicated to Arkansas as well.
but it will also be within the minutes that the no contact order has been lifted.
And Your Honor, and I don't know if it's just because it was done pre-trial, it should be articulated in the JOC.
It will be,
Okay, thank you. And
yes,
Austin, did you hear that? So it'll be on your judgment of conviction for you.
yes. And then
Thank-
I'm gonna call Ms. Zhang's case so that we can get her case on the record. So State of Nevada versus Yuxia Zhang, case number C-343-540-1. Appearances for the record on this case, please.
Dena Rinetti for the state.
Shane Cox for defendant saying.
Okay, and it is my understanding at this time that based on Mr. Sachs entering into his guilty plea agreement, that the state is dismissing on Ms. Zhang. Okay. Ms. Zhang's case is dismissed. The court will get an order this afternoon. We'll sign off on that order. The bond is exonerated on Ms. Zhang's case. The no contact order on Ms. Zhang's case is lifted. I believe her passport has already been returned.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right,
you, Your Honor.
thank you. We are done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm making all dates.
I'll talk to you later, Austin.
Okay, thank you.
Off the record.